Hey, it's Sunny Nicole. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me today. I am doing an exclusive video on Jim Jones. Jim Jones recently was shopping with some other crew members for a new video shoot at the Gucci store, and he expressed on a video that, well, it was like a live that video that he did, and he expressed how he felt as if he was being racially profiled at the Gucci store. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to share this video with you all, and then I'm going to actually come back and share some thoughts about this situation, okay? But before I share this video, I want everybody to know I did some additional research as far as like gathering some statistics in regards to, the encounters that Black people have or people of color have on a daily basis when we talk about discrimination or we talk about racially being profiled. And according to statistics, 1 in 5 out of 1 in 5 people, when they go into one of these stores, they have expressed that they have encountered being racially profiled or having to deal with some type of discrimination. So I'm actually going to share this video with you all, and then I'm actually going to come back with some just my thoughts about this situation.
We've been in Gucci for about an hour, right? And we in Gucci in the VIP, right? Since we came in here, having nobody came and showed us no courtesy, no amenities, no nothing. Period. Not even a drink of water. I had to speak to the manager. Send me a black guy out here to start telling me some bullshit. So they got the black guy racial profiling on black people. I had to speak to the manager bigger than him. Everybody disappeared. Ain't nobody come out yet. I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne. I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know who the real manager is. You heard? I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci. All of a sudden, you stop playing with us, bro. Still haven't seen a manager yet. Still haven't seen a manager yet. Since I'm talking to you right now, manager still hasn't popped out of Gucci. And the bill is like $29,000, but we didn't pay that yet. You heard? Why would we? They still haven't sent a manager or bottle of sparkling water or anything that says that we appreciate your service for being in here in Gucci and spending that bag. The big one. They sent this guy. What is he possibly gonna do? You heard? What is he gonna do? That's what I want to know. Still haven't seen a manager. Is there a manager that works here, or everybody's just a worker?
All right, so that was a lot to dissect listening to that. Whew. Boy. That's all I can say right now. All right. 29K. I would not pay. I would just take my business elsewhere at that point. It is not that serious. 29K, he said. And one thing that I want to make known, if you go to a store and you feel like you having to deal with any type of discrimination, or you feel like you're being racially profiled, take your business elsewhere. Yes, I mean, can you speak with a manager? Absolutely, you can speak with a manager. Express your concerns. Should you move forward with purchasing any items? Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. And another thing you could do, if you encounter a situation similar to this, contact your corporate headquarters. Contact somebody at the headquarters. Yeah, you could submit a complaint or a grievance in regards to that situation, and they will follow up, do an investigation on it. If you have any type of video footage or anything that's documented or any witnesses involved, please follow up. If you feel like you need to follow up to have like some type of legal counseling done, do whatever makes you happy so you can get some justice in regards to that situation. Okay, as Black people and as a race of people, we deal with too many different inequities. Okay, too many inequities. And as he mentioned that he felt as if he was being racially profiled by his own race, does that happen? Yes, that happens sometimes. It does. Yeah, and that's something that we got to work on as a race of people. We got to do a better job at that. Yeah. Yeah. And it does happen. I have encountered that problem. And guess what I do? I take my money elsewhere. I will not do business with those individuals when that happens to me. So I have encountered the same thing. And status. We're going to talk about status now, okay? Because regardless of what your status may be, you could be a doctor. You could be a president. If you're Black or if you of color, guess what? You may have to deal with discrimination, or you may have to deal with being racially profiled. This happened on a daily basis. This is nothing new. Okay? So what I'm going to actually do now is I'm going to share some information that he shared on his Instagram post as a follow-up after this encounter. Okay. And I have made the, hopefully it's wide enough where everybody can see it on my screen. Okay. All right. Looks good. All right. So I'm going to read this verbiage really quick. And now we're going to talk about privilege a little bit, because sometimes people get it confused. They think as if, oh, you have this certain status code, or you're a celebrity, you know, that you don't have to deal with being racially profiled, or you don't have to deal with a lot of the inequities. Guess what? They still have to deal with the same things that we have to deal with. All right, so I'm going to read this. Anything that's inappropriate today, I will not be reading that information. So I just want to make sure everybody have that understanding. Okay, on a serious note, I can't make this, I'm going to skip over, up. So after everything that happened today, we go to the shoot. We go to shoot that final scene at 5 Mike's penthouse. And he has his whole kitchen, living room, and lounge draped in Gucci wallpaper, which he purchased from Gucci in anticipation of us wearing all the Gucci blank we was going to buy for this scene. Wow, Gucci, really some suckers. Okay, so they had plans of purchasing all of that Gucci gear to do that shoot. That video shoot. You think Gucci cared? No, they don't care. Look at the owner of the company. They absolutely do not care. Let me see if I can pull up the owner. Just 1 second. Okay, so just 1 second. I was actually going to share the information about the owner of Gucci, okay? You can actually do the research on this, but this is public information. The only thing you need to do is just do a Google search and you will find out all the information in regards to Gucci. Who owns it? Who started the business, okay? It was founded in 1921, and so it has all of this information, okay? And according to the records online, it was founded by some Italian businessman, okay? So look that information up, okay? So look up information about the founder. So I don't think any of these people really care, but as a race of people, we can take our dollars away, but if you absolutely want to continue to do business with them, please go to another location. Don't spend your money at a location that does not treat you with dignity and respect. Take your money elsewhere. Moving on. All right. Just 1 second. Make sure you all can see that. Okay. And for those looking in, I'm from the outside saying, this is some rich privilege, blank. It's really not. It's about treating people with respect, no matter the race or what you may think you know about the person. Okay. So at this point, okay, so it's so many different perceptions out there, and everybody has their own opinion about this circumstances of this situation. He's explaining it's not about me being rich and having this privilege. Everybody needs to be treated with dignity and respect, okay? No matter what your race may be. So when you walk in that store, you want to be treated with dignity and respect. And it does not matter how you go inside that store dressed. I mean, when we go to the store, are we going to get suited to go to the store? Absolutely not. That is ridiculous. Okay, so moving on. So as you can see, before I move on really quick, Jim Jones is expressing that just because he may have this status, it means nothing. And I want people to understand that. And if you are actually currently working on goals, you know, and you're trying to pursue any type of goals in your life, don't get discouraged. But I just want you to understand, just because of status, it means nothing, okay? Because you still have to fight this battle, okay? We're dealing with the injustice that we have to deal with as a race of people. Okay, I'm moving on just a second. All right, just have to click on and off to make sure everybody can see my screen. And for the people saying that spending money foolishly, you never know what a person been through. So you should never worry about what a person does with his. I tell all I'm going to skip that word, the same thing. I hope you put up some for a rainy day and take care of your family and responsibilities. Besides that, we only live once. Ball as hard as you want, okay? So, you know, he basically saying, you know, he's free to do whatever he wants, okay? And that's right. If you had the money to go out there to a Gucci store and spend $29K, that's on you. Whatever you choose to do with your money is you, okay? Long as you think about, you know, long as you make sure you do it in a way that's not creating any harm to anybody else or, you know, inequity to anyone else, okay? So please, you know, do it at whatever you do with your money, but don't do business with an organization that cannot treat you with dignity and respect. So at this time, and due to the circumstances of this situation, I will not be doing any business with Gucci store. At this time, I will not. So I'm looking for Gucci to make some updates, and they should be apologizing for what happened to these individuals at this store. Okay, so this is what they had. This is what he posted. Gucci O at 5 mics. An apology for starters, and they blank are seen up. Okay, so they are looking for an apology. So at this time, guess what? I'm not going back to that store until they release that apology. And do I do this at any other stores? Absolutely. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Macy's, Dillard's, Nordstrom's, any of these stores. Yeah. Any of these stores, I would do the same thing. Okay. So if anything like this happened, what you could do is make sure you submit a complaint, or some people may call it a grievance process. For me, because I used to manage operations, and that's the process that we called it in healthcare. We call it a grievance process. And when I would handle those issues. So you make sure you submit your concerns, and then what their company should be doing is they're going to review, and they're going to do their investigations or whatever they have to do to see what happened, so that they can improve the processes internally. And what I am looking for them to do is update some policies and procedures. Okay, not just do inequity training. Let's update some of those policies and procedures, okay? And help us to understand what happened at this location at this day, or were they short-staffed? What happened? You know what I mean? It is a complete inequity for somebody to go into a store and feel like they are being racially profiled. And next time that happens to anybody, any of my followers, or anybody viewing it, regardless of your race, what you need to do is spend your money elsewhere. Because if we don't have power and control of anything else, we have the power and control of the money that we spend. Thank you all so much for tuning in today with me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It's Sunny Nicole. And please make sure you hit that like button. That's going to help me to get into the algorithm. Also, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? So that you can get the updates. I got some really good updates coming up real soon. I got somebody actually on Saturday that's going to be giving us information on cryptocurrency. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can receive all the updates, okay? So this platform, you're going to be able to hear a little bit of everything, okay? Not just on lifestyle, but all kinds of topics. And thanks again for tuning in. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Good night.